The final event of the Lawless season has really ramped up the excitement, hinting most iconic characters. This sets the stage for an epic showdown between Fletcher Kane and the Outlaws, which could bring darkness to Oninoshima. In this video, we're not just covering what's happening on the changed this season's storyline. But before we jump in, if you missed my previous episode, here's a super quick recap. After the battle between Daigo and Shogun X, the island got flooded with gold. And now has total control over the island. As expected, Lupas weren't cool with this, so they banded together and formed a gang of outlaws now led by Skillet. Back in the day, he was a thief, but now he's retired and mostly makes explosives on the side in his black market. But he still helps out his fellow thieves, like in the first heist we pulled off with Valentina. She was already an outlaw oasis, and when we talked to her, she headed straight for Kane's vault to crack it open. Our job? Take down the guards so she could finish the job. Yeah, this season forces you to be a thief, whether you like it or not. If you want to play through the story, you've got no choice. A week decided to rob banks. While he had a free time, he's hanging on one of the rooftop in Crime City. When we talk to him, he's setting up for a party, and we have to collect bottles and records from his workspace. After these small errands, Joss's missions take a huge turn. She asks us to bring her a mysterious stone to study the connection between the island and all vending machines, and even making portable toilets his personal property. This was way too much, so Skillet, as the leader of the black markets, had to call in reinforcements, Brutus and Midas. They not only brought exotic and mythic weapons, but they also vaults. Everyone across different realities and game matches worked together, and in just 3 days, we pulled it off. The rewards? Vault keys, a huge payday, and the ability to hire Brutus and learn more about Midas. Our next mission? Finding a special backpack that reveals mysterious energy sources around the island. But hold up, before we move on, let's talk about this crate right here. Community are already speculating that Season 3 could be Star Wars themed based on the timeline and a few hints from the last news update. This crate looks identical to the ones in LEGO Star Wars, and since Fortnite had a LEGO collab last year, remember the Chewbacca Battle Pass? There's a huge chance we'll see another crossover this May. May 2nd is when both seasons wrap up, so it would make total sense for them to have a shared theme or collab. But hey, take this as pure speculation. Nothing's confirmed yet. It's all just community theories for now. That said, it does make a lot of sense. And let's be real, Disney is all about cashing in on these kinds of seasons. Plus, we already know Disney has a huge influence on Fortnite right now, so having a Disney franchise-themed season every year is more likely than ever. But let's focus on Lawless season for a sec. This challenge is all about collecting energy sources from the 0 point, and there are 3 in total. They're all located around the Golden Wolf Mountain, which is currently controlled by Fletcher Kane. But just before this, we had the final event with Daigo and Shogun, and all 3 of these energy sources lead straight to the portal from that event. And if that wasn't enough confirmation, Fortnite is now tripling down on the idea that the 0 point fragment is trapped in the spirit realm. Midas, of course, wanted to see it with his own eyes, or more precisely, with one eye. And now that we've confirmed it for him, he's giving us a new mission. We need to steal a copy of the book from Daigo's shop. If you remember, Midas arrived, and Fortnite dropped its first patch of the season. The whole place got revived. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The masks. We know that Kane is paying someone to make these masks, but the big question is who? And honestly, I'm 99% sure it's Daigo. There's even a leak about this that I'll cover later, but for now, let's grab the book and bring it to Midas. When we deliver it, Midas straight up admits that he's after the 0 point fragment for his own selfish reasons. Even though he's teaming up with Hope and Jones, he's only looking out for himself. Whatever he's planning to do with this power, we have no clue yet. Unfortunately, we can't actually hear Midas speak. All his dialogue is text-based. But Fortnite has already encrypted audio files for a future event. I can't wait for the moment characters start talking again, because that usually means the story is about to get crazy. And if we're lucky, we'll get a massive final event before Season 3 starts. Whether it's Star Wars themed or something else entirely. We know someone is making masks for Fletcher Kane, but where are they coming from? Kane himself doesn't wear one, at least not visibly, but his glider is a giant shadow wolf wearing a mask. Now, does this actually mean anything for the lore? No clue. But if we connect the dots, It wouldn't be surprising if that Shadow Wolf glider turned into a major boss next season. There's even a leak suggesting that Fortnite is working on a giant NPC, similar to Clombo's. If that's true, this Shadow Wolf could actually be a future in-game boss. Now, unlike the wolf theory, Daigo's return is fully leaked. He's coming back as a boss on the map, and it gets even crazier. The Masked Meadows will be getting a full-on bandit makeover, which makes total sense. This is expected to drop in next updates, meaning Daigo is almost definitely coming back, but this time, he'll be working for Fletcher Kane. Oh, and he won't be the only boss. Last week, leaks also confirmed another new boss named Coffee. Now this one is weird. It's supposedly part of a collab. If Coffee turns out to be a Star Wars character, that would basically confirm that Season 3 is full-on Star Wars themed. But on the other hand, it could just be a small collab within Lawless season, which means it wouldn't have anything to do with Season 3 at all. We won't know for sure until the next update, and even then, Fortnite could scrap their plans at any moment about the storyline and Fletcher Kane. In the latest update, Kane dug up something big, Big Dill's cryptocurrency servers. Now, this is where it gets wild. What is Kane going to do with this info? My guess? Delete everything. If he wipes the crypto servers and makes their value 0, that means the only currency left on the island is gold, which he controls. And if that happens, we might get a game-changing update in the last, so drop a like if you agree. But they didn't stop there. They just brought back the getaway. But they didn't do it alone. They brought the Golden King with it. And I noticed a weird pattern. Whenever Epic adds Midas back into Fortnite, they also revive old LTM modes. First, it was Floor is Lava, and now it's the getaway. Coincidence? Maybe. But if you got your own wild theories about why this happens, drop them in the comments. Alright, back to the getaway, which is already live. The objective is simple. Find one of 4 crystal llamas on the map, then make your escape on a flying van. Sounds easy, right? Nope. There are only 3 vans, which means only 3 teams can actually get away with the loot. If you're not fast, you lose. Now, there is another way to win, but it's absolute insanity. You gotta eliminate every single opponent on the server before all 3 vans disappear. Basically, you have to wipe the entire lobby. Sounds impossible, but hey, if someone pulls it off, they deserve legend status. The mode is available until April 1st, and you can play it in both Battle Royale and Zero Build, with duos and squads. So you've got plenty of time to try it out. Now, since we're talking about Midas, it's time to discuss the biggest heist of the season. Turns out, Fletcher Kane really was Midas's old friend, if you can call them that. This is actually confirmed in new NPC dialogues. But let's be real, these two hate each other. So, under Midas's leadership, we're declaring war on the wolf-headed crime boss. And to start things off, Epic just dropped community-wide heist challenges. Once everyone completes the event, all players will be officially initiated into the Outlaw Syndicate and receive the Outlaw Keycard. This keycard unlocks the backroom of the black market, which is currently off-limits since we're now fully fledged criminals. Midas has prepared some exclusive rewards. First, Golden Llamas. These flexing golden beasts are just like normal llamas, except Midas's golden touch made them even more valuable. They drop better loot and tons of gold bars, but they're extremely rare, so you'll need to hunt them down. Second, Midas himself. Yep, you can finally unlock Midas again, but it's not going to be easy. You need to complete a series of challenges, and unlocking all of his rewards requires hitting level 32 in the Battle Pass. A bit of a grind, sure, but leveling up is pretty easy this season. Now, stepping away from heists and gameplay, we gotta talk about 2 big meta changes. First, good news for sweaty players. Siphon is back in ranked. Eliminating an enemy restores 75 GP over 5 seconds, making fights way more aggressive. Second, Fortnite is gonna be way easier. And yeah, freebies are coming too. Very soon, Fortnite is dropping the Spring Raid event, packed with juicy rewards, including a free duplicate skin. And from what I remember, this is the first time Epic is giving away a free skin from a bundle. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. There's no exact start date yet, but that's not all. April Fool's Day challenges were also found in the files. Usually, Epic just drops some goofy skins in the shop, but this time, we're getting actual in-game challenges. And here's another underrated reward most people don't even know about. That's because a lot of players ignore story quests, then complain that Fortnite has no lore. But this time, if you finish the season's story challenges, you can unlock Hope's pickaxe for free. So if you've been sleeping on the storyline, here's a solid reason to catch Go masks. Except, Daigo is missing. And someone else is producing those masks in his place. So now, we gotta figure out who on the island has the ability to craft such powerful magic. And now for the biggest news. Data miners found 20 placeholders for future voice-acted dialogues. That means, in one of the upcoming updates, characters in Fortnite will start speaking again. And honestly, there's a good chance we'll finally hear Midas's voice. So yeah, the storyline is ramping up way faster than I expected. Oh, and on top of everything, this update brought a ridiculous number of skins and emotes. Like, so many that if I showed them all, you'd probably fall asleep. So here's a quick highlight reel of the best ones, in my opinion. And yeah, you better start saving up those V-Bucks. In my opinion, the absolute best thing in this patch is the new Rebel Oro skin. Which, by the way, is locked inside the LEGO Battle Pass. And not gonna lie, the skin is clean. Plus, it comes with 2 solid emotes, so it's definitely worth checking out. Honestly, I'm even considering getting the Fortnite Crew subscription, because it's a better deal than just buying the Battle Pass with V-Bucks. And since I'm not one to just talk, check out these new emotes for yourself. And I wish you an absolutely amazing rest of your day, guys. Take care.
Turn me up, so bring on the mayhem. It's about to be a knockout. Bringing out the big guns, putting all the stops out. This ain't what you expected. Buckle up, it's about to get hectic. 1 for the money and 2 for the show. Make it loud, yeah, that's all that we know. Foot to the floor, now we out of control. When I move, you move, everybody let's go. Now run, run, run 'em up. Start up a rocket, yo, let's turn it up. Run, run, run 'em up. Now bring on the mayhem. Run, run, run 'em up. Start up a rocket, yo, let's turn it up. Run, run, run 'em up. Now bring on the mayhem. 1 for the money and 2 for the show. Make it loud, yeah, that's all that we know. Foot to the floor, now we out of control. When I move, you move, everybody let's go now. We keep it reckless. I'm a big deal, gotta hang it on my necklace. So you better watch out when we dropping in, or we gon' leave you Swiss cheese like boom. We bout to clap these fools, I'll show you